Welcome to another episode of Democracy at the Crossroads, a platform that seeks to protect Indian democracy from the marauders. I have no hesitation in saying that the biggest threat to Indian democracy comes today from our Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, someone who is fashioning himself as a king. Yes, you are right. Narendra Modi came to power through democratic means. But like many dictators, he is using that democratic mandate to undermine democracy itself. Think of it. Even Hitler had come to power through democratic means. Look. This man doesn't just want to be an authoritarian leader. He fashions himself as an emperor. That's where his fraudulent character comes out in a sharper focus. Just see what kind of a fraud he is. He calls himself a messiah of the poor.
साथियों, वंचितों, आदिवासियों की सेवा मेरे लिए परिवार के सदस्य की सेवा जैसी है.
But soon after he came to office, he ordered and got for himself VVIP planes costing almost 9,000 crore. Mind you, 9,000 crore. This messiah of the poor again ordered for himself a fleet of expensive cars, each costing more than 10 crore. And then this fraud calls the poor his family. The poor who barely survive on free ration. But the neta of the poor rides in a 10 crore car and flies in a 10,000 crore plane. What can be a bigger irony than this in any democracy anywhere in the world? Remember Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Vajpayee as Prime Minister, belonging to the same BJP as Narendra Modi comes from, could not be persuaded to change his ambassador card for a long time. He would say, I am a representative of the common people. I am not a corporate magnate. Yes, I need to travel in a car, but I don't need to travel in expensive cars, he would say. Abdul Kalam, as President of India, put his foot down when his presidential car was sought to be upgraded at high cost to the exchequer. Manmohan Singh did the same, registered any new flashy cars or flashy planes. They were all men of substance. They represented the people of India. They did not see themselves as someone who is a ruler who must have a lavish lifestyle. But this Narendra Modi, an upstart, started thinking of himself as an emperor as soon as he assumed the office of the Prime Minister. He lost no time in ordering that his planes and cars be changed. And as we discussed earlier, he asked for the most expensive cars and planes available in the world. The cars and planes that the top billionaires use in any part of the world. Well, Billionaires fund their own lifestyles themselves. But this man, Narendra Modi, didn't have to bother as a poor taxpayer who was to pick up the tab for him. So that Narendra Modi can live, fly or ride like a king. This is what all imposters all about. This imposter repeats ad nauseum about his empathy for the poor. But he has cultivated the most expensive habits of the super rich. Look at this man's wardrobe. He changes his designer clothes 3 times a day. And, mind you, he never repeats his clothes. Exactly the way some insecure emperors used to do. Rahul Gandhi asked in a public meeting the other day, if the Prime Minister's designer suits cost a fortune, who pays for it?
3 बार सूट बदलते हैं। एक सूट की कीमत 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, 1 लाख रुपए। दिन में 3 पहनते हैं, महीने में 90 हो गए, 1.5 लाख रुपए की सैलरी है। तो ये इनके लिए सूट कौन खरीद रहा है, बूट कौन खरीद रहा है, कहां से आ रहा है ये मीडिया कभी नहीं पूछेगी, कभी नहीं पूछेगी।
After all, Narendra Modi can't afford this from his salary. Then, like everything else, again the semi-clad taxpayer must be paying for his leader's expensive wardrobe. I am rather intrigued. What is happening to these designer suits that our beloved Prime Minister uses once and then discards? Have they all been stacked up? Well, remember the Philippines dictator Marcos? Remember his wife Imelda, who was known for her extravagant lifestyle? And she had earned the notoriety of appearing in new designer suits and newly curated shoes every time she appeared in the public. And remember what that fraudulent women used to say about this expensive habit? Oh, if I look beautiful, then people will feel beautiful. Our Narendra Modi is Imelda Marcos of Indian politics. He is a prototype of that spouse of a dictator who splurged on public money. They are exactly the same in their extravagant habits. The gender is the only difference between them. Narendra Modi also thinks that the poor people of India who survive on free ration feel good when they see their leader wallowing in luxury, wearing designer suits, riding designer cars and flying in designer planes. When Marcos was ousted from power in a coup and he and his family fled, Imelda left behind almost 7,000 dresses and 5,000 shoes. When Narendra Modi will be ousted from power, I wonder how many thousand designer suits and designer shoes will be left behind by him. He will possibly surpass Imelda Marcos' record. But then you must give credit to this fraudster's theatrical skills that he has successfully portrayed himself as the poor man's messiah, while he lives, dresses, rides, flies like an emperor. Such imposters are the real threat to our democracy.